some frequently asked questions that I get. I've been like interviewing people, like seeing like what do you think like, would hold people back so that like we can really focus on teaching that stuff. So we only have like an hour, so it's not that much we can go through, but we can go through some. All right, I'm gonna screen share now. And Rose, just are you here, Rose? What's up? How you doing today? I haven't even hollered at you today. Yeah, yo. If you see anybody in the waiting room, just let them in, all right?
Yep.
Thank you. All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
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 All right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go through a bunch of different topics, and when we're done, we can do more of a Q&A. And that's what the hot seat coaching is about. I feel like we could definitely help you get to another level if you come with the right questions and you're ready to like just get critiqued. Because like I could bullshit you, but if you want me to keep it funky, this is the time where we could do it. And if you allow me to, I will, and I'll give you my best advice.
No one wants any bullshit.
Right. So scaling your business. So the first thing that people need to understand is that go
Am
high
I able
level.
to make copies?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you are. All right, cool. But yeah, you got to understand that consult me, please, and go high level is the foundation of your entire business. So I'm actually gonna go out of this slideshow because I want to make sure that I show you guys everything. Facebook. Can you guys still see my Zoom? I mean, can you still see like me on Facebook right now?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't actually want y'all to see, but that's crazy. All right, let's see. I'll just be.
How we doing?
Oh.
All right, cool. Okay. So the system that everybody's using it's called Consult Me Please. It's our white label version, our sauce on Go High Level, right? So we have like agency access where we're able to build snapshots and share them with you. So that's what it all is, right? I want you to understand that. So what you should do is come in here and join this Facebook group, right? When I first joined this when I first got my funnel like 3 years ago, like it was just one guy helping me out, and like he wasn't even in the credit repair space. He just had built a little snapshot that was working for some clients, and I decided to pick him up on his offer, purchase it from him. He had a course that gave me a walkthrough video, just similar to the Credit Influencer Academy. It took me a good month to actually like have it set up. I was going through a lot of stuff like a lot of you guys might go through when you're setting up your system. So I literally been there and done that. I even got into it with him one time, but I love him now. But basically this Facebook group is the group for the whole system. The dude that created the group, I mean the system and all that shit from the very ground up is in here, right? So when I would get stuck, because like I purchased the system and I wasn't really getting mentorship on systems and high level, right? So I would come in here and I would have like a question or something, and I wish I could show. I'm not even gonna show them. You guys will find them when you come in here, but basically I would reach out and say like I'm having a problem with this, and it was kind of like a dumb question, I guess you could say, even though there's no dumb questions. It was just like clearly I hadn't studied the system. So the guy would always send me to the FAQ section and like the support section to like go, because they had videos on every topic, like, oh, I can't get my website connected, I can't figure out this. There are videos on everything. So one day me and him actually got on Zoom and he aired me out, and the discussion was, um, he said, "You don't know high level, do you? Like, you don't even know how to use the system." He was like, "You need to learn how to use the system." He was like, "I hear this every day. People will purchase a snapshot from somebody, and then, they won't continue learning how to actually use the system." So, and I was like, "Damn, like he gonna talk to me like that and shit on the Zoom? Like I'm broke. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm using this, I'm trying to figure it out, but reality was he was right. So like through from there, I really said, okay, I'm gonna learn the system. I'm gonna play around with it until I figure it out. And I figured it out by now, but the Credit Influencer Academy, the system setup is all of that trial and error and learning different things. And even to this day, which I'm going to show you guys in the next piece of the presentation, I'm still learning shit with the system and getting better and smarter at it because there's campaigns and workflows and shit that I've created years ago. So like now I'm like, I got a little bit of time, I'll go back and I'll look at them and I'll tweak them. And I'm like, damn, like I can't even believe I did that. But like now I know better, I do better. So I try to Dom has updated that section of the course in the last like month or so. So it's super up to date as far as like the changes and stuff. And let me unshare for a second just so I can share my dashboard with y'all. 1 second. I didn't even give this computer like a good boot up to make sure I'm good. Okay. I'll just go to like this business. Okay. Okay. So when I say is like the most up to date, I'm talking about like as far as all of the things over on the left-hand column, like the old training that people had in 2023, it wasn't like the shit didn't even look like this. So it's been updated as far as the new look and layout of the software so that when she's explaining it and you're learning it, it's the most recent stuff, okay? So let's go back to the Facebook group. Make sure, did I put it in the chat? I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all. I got you. There's the link for the high level Facebook group. You can ask any question you have, like any look, they got you go, excuse me, you can learn so much. I remember years ago when I first joined and I was seeing other people who was having success with their high level account. I was like, damn, like I wish I could only, I could get customers and shit into mine. But again, visually being able to see it, I knew that one day I would do that, right? So make sure you join this Facebook group. You can learn a lot. Maybe you might get some clients and customers and shit like that too. Okay. If that was new to you, like the high level Facebook group, can you just let me know in the chat? Let's see how do I get to the chat. Okay. Yeah, let me know if that high level Facebook group was new to you guys in the chat. Said clearly I was in the wrong one. That's where I found my VA. Yeah, you can find virtual assistants in there, and I wonder if I'm gonna have time to go through that. Okay. New to me, new to me. Yeah, go in that high level group and you can learn a lot. Like, yo, that's where the bread is at. They got a bunch of nerds and geeks in there, real talk, getting money. So I'm one of them, I guess. So let's continue. So first thing, yeah, understand that you've logged in another device. Oh, whatever. High level and consult me, please, is the foundation of your business. Let me actually go back again to the system, right? So came to my attention that maybe we need to just go through the dashboard and the layout, right? So the dashboard doesn't really matter because like I've never really set up my dashboard, but conversations, this is Dominique's photo booth business. But basically you can call everybody in here, you can message them in here. All of your business communication should be being done right in here. You don't want it to be in a bunch of different places and people calling your phone and stuff like that. Like, no, you're not calling me. Heck no. Inside of here, when you get your phone number and all of that, you can forward it to your regular phone. So when somebody like let's say somebody called my phone from the credit bull, like my caller ID is gonna say credit bull and it's gonna be like, yo, do you want to pick up this call? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, right? But um, you know, I like to just make sure everybody's going through the system. Like, but when I was grinding, like I'm picking up all calls. I don't care what time it is, right? But anyways, you can call, like I could call this individual right here. I can email them right here. Not only can I do that, but if you have your Stripe set up, I wish I was in one that had it set up. They don't do Stripe on theirs, but if you have your Stripe set up, you can literally invoice people in here. And I've done that before. Like, you just having a conversation, oh, you need coaching, bang, right through there, right? So you can do you can do a lot of damage right in the conversations tab, okay? Calendars tab. The way I look at the calendars tab is I just look for appointments, right? This one, I obviously it's probably not going to have any appointments inside of here, but all of your appointments will be right here. And you can even like filter it by different calendars and stuff like that. So most of you guys who just are running your credit repair business or your funding business, you can just come right in. If you look at it like this shit confuses me. I don't know about y'all. Anybody get confused looking at it like this? I like to look at it with by the appointments tab, okay? And it'll just have everything listed out right here. Just make sure you're paying attention. It says requested time and date added. So the date added is not the date that they chose. It's gonna be the requested time, okay? So confused over there? Yeah. All right. Contacts. Every time somebody becomes a lead, they call you, they're gonna come right into the contacts tab, right? And you can kind of filter it. The main thing that you guys want to really understand, which I'll show you a little bit when we're later on, is that right over here, there's something called Smart Lists. And Smart List is how you're able to basically section off people. Like for instance, let's say you have a free credit repair masterclass and those people go through the workflow and none of them buy or some of them don't buy. You want to be able to continue marketing to those people that didn't buy. So what you can do inside of here is you can type in workflow. You will go to workflow finished. I'm not going to go too fast, my bad. Workflow finished is so the workflow finish would be would be the credit repair masterclass or whatever, right? The workflow that they went through that they didn't buy shit through, okay? That's the one that we're gonna pick. And then you would be able to, so workflow finish is, let me just pick a random one, right? So let's just say is I wonder which workflows that they have in theirs. Book your selfish experiences. Probably this one. Okay, cool. So let's say there were 113 people who booked a call with them, and they probably have stages inside of their opportunities tab, and one of them is either signed up or unqualified. So if they were in signed up, they wouldn't fit in this criteria that I'm about to put right now. So workflow finish is and offer. So you would just type in offer, membership offer. So an offer is like, let's say you got an ebook, a course, or you're just selling something. Typically, you're going to associate that like product that you're selling with an offer. So when somebody gets an offer, they're going to get access to a course, they're going to get login information and all that other good stuff, right? So that's basically what an offer is. So what I'm going to choose is offer is empty. Offer is empty means they ain't buying nothing. Offer is empty, right? So the workflow finished is they went through my free credit repair masterclass or they booked a call with me and they fucked around, they didn't buy anything. So now what you can do is you can save this. So we'll save this as went through my free class but did not buy. Okay. So what's gonna happen is because it's a smart list, anytime some new contact hits that criteria, like only one person didn't hit that criteria over here, or Maybe I'm a little wrong. Maybe there's more 196 people, but nonetheless, anytime somebody new hits that criteria, they're going to be added to this smart list, and you can make unlimited smart lists. I have unlimited smart lists. I got like I section off everybody to figure out, what the hell they're doing. Okay. So we went through the contacts tab. That's how I use the contacts tab. Smart list. Make sure y'all write that down. Opportunities. Well, let's see. So one of the biggest or most common things that'll confuse you when you go into your opportunities tab, y'all, is over here in the right-hand side, there's like a filter, a funnel. I don't know why that's automatically on, but it is. So you have to come in here and clear all filters. And that's how you're typically going to see all of the people that are in the pipeline. So for y'all, I can go to a credit influencer one really quick. Credit first. All right. So for y'all probably got well, I know you have the credit repair business one. So um you make sure that you take all the filters off and all of your people will be right here as far as where they are. Big mistake that I see people make. I'm not gonna say any names, but people will have people in the like, okay, this is automatic. Like when somebody comes to your website and they become a lead, like this stage is automatic. When somebody goes to your calendar and they book a call, this is automatic. Like the person's going to automatically be put here. But after that, after they book the call, everything from there, the next step is at least is manual. So you have to come into your system and move the person into the campaigns. I'm not, I've said this before, but when I was working with that young dude before that set up my system and stuff, I was doing the calls, and then I'm hitting him. I'm like, yo, man, why ain't nobody signing up? So then he came in, he looked at my system. I had everybody and booked the call. He was like, bro, you got to move them into the follow-up campaign. Like there's marketing and stuff in there. So when you slide man, I wish I had a person in here that I could put in here. Hold on. Mm, Mikkel. Oh, what the hell? Hmm. So where it says opportunity value, y'all, that's where you put like how much it would be worth if the person purchased from you. So whenever you're building anything and it asks you what is the opportunity value, you just put your number how much it is when they buy. Everything else I'm just making this as an example anyway. Okay. So when somebody books a call with you, like I said, this is going to be automatic. The person's going to be here automatically. You have to physically come in here and move them into the follow-up campaign. This is where all of the magic happens. 90%, 90, more than 90% of the people who come to your website or book a call with you are not going to sign up. Unless you're a beast and you're closing people like crazy. Like, I mean, it's not really that realistic. So you want to make sure that you're letting the marketing do the work for you. Like, you're not gonna close everybody on the call. And I don't care what they say. Like, I don't care if they like, oh, I'm gonna sign up tomorrow. I don't care what you say. You getting these follow-ups. Like, I'm gonna move. I mean, it's okay if you want to wait a day or whatever, and you can go into your workflow and make the wait an extra day so that you don't feel like, okay, I talked to somebody on the phone and then I'm sending them emails and texts tomorrow. Like, you either gonna get these emails or you out of here. I do not care. Okay. And when somebody signs up, obviously people gonna move people over into the signed up stage. But also, um you can have a stage that's called didn't fill out survey. If you don't have this and you want this and you're not bullshitting and you're gonna use it, let me know and I'll put it in there for you. But I know a lot of people have problems with like people going through and they booking their calls and stuff like that, but then they didn't fill out the survey. So you can create a section or a workflow that's called did not fill out survey so that it emails them like, yo, um, you thought that you was about to get on a call with me, but you didn't fill out all of the information that I need. And I would clearly just explain that in the email, or better yet, be an influencer and just make a video and send it in the email. Like we could just come down here, click Loom, record the video. Like literally, what I used to do, because I didn't have it automated, like I didn't think that far. What I just used to do was like if somebody didn't fill out the survey, like give me their login credentials for whatever credit monitoring we were using, I would come in and go to log in and be like, how can I log in? Like on how can I log in and then send it right over to them? And then they would just get right. So the more personal or personable, probably the better your results for your credit repair service. Um, over in the payment section, this is where you can create digital products and offers and things like that. So there's more things that you have to do before you just come in here and just create a product or whatever. But ultimately, this will be like step 3. I'm not gonna go over step 1 and 2 right now because they're in the course. But you would make the name of your product. Um, some things that I would say is like if you're just starting out with Stripe and things like that, make sure none of this says credit anything. So, for instance, if you're doing a DIY course or whatever, just call it DIY course. Because it could be any DIY, it could be a cookie cutting course, like it could be anything. Or, just anything. So they don't know what the DIY course is. So that's what I usually would call it. Um, you want to make sure, if you're doing like let's say you're doing like a collection removal hack or 2 week, like I would try to name it something else like 2 week hack or 2 week accelerator or something, just something different. Just try to stay away from things that say I'm a credit person. Okay. And I'm actually gonna go over that some more in detail. You will put your price down here. And another thing you need to pay attention to is right here. So like if you are selling a digital product, you're gonna need to come down here and click on membership offer and give them access to whatever it is that you're selling. So what this is telling the system is that when the person purchases this product, they need to get access to this course or this ebook or whatever it is that I created in my membership section. Okay. And it's also going to trigger to send them an email login credentials. Okay. So make sure that you always, if you're selling digital products, or check this out, right? Memberships. Let me see. Products. So like let's say you create a back office like educational portal like I teach for your customers, right? You would then need to make sure that those customers get access to it when they sign up. So like what you have to do inside of the workflows, automations. This shit like takes forever to explain, yo. Like, man. All right, let's see. Credit repair business funnel. Signed up stage. What you would have to do is you would have to add. So this right here is saying that when I was showing y'all inside of the opportunities tab, how you can slide people over to like signed up, didn't sign up, missed call or whatever. This right here is saying when somebody is slid, move to signed up stage. So when somebody is slid within an opportunities section to the signed up stage, all of this happens. So the things that I generically give to you guys, or I don't want to say generic, but the way the snapshot is built for you guys is it's going to remove them from all workflows. So for instance, if they were in the follow-up stage or they were in the call follow-up stage or whatever, it would immediately remove them from that. So like once the person is a customer, you don't want them to keep getting texts and emails saying, sign up for my credit repair service. You done already signed up, right? So that's what this is telling it to do. The next thing is, don't mind the remove tag, the tag signed up, right? So the next thing that if you are going to give your customer something else, what you need to do is add it to the signed up stage. So let's say I'm going to give them access to a membership portal that educates them. You need to click course grant offer. It changed a little bit the other day, but whatever. It's called course grant offer, and you would click on the offer that you created, the course that you created. So I know this actually might be confusing, but when you create the product, y'all, so I'm done with that. What I wanted you guys to understand is that if you want to deliver something to your customer when they sign up, you have to add it to the credit repair business funnel signed up stage. Okay? Does everybody get that part? Let me know. I don't want to just ramble and y'all not get value.
Sure.
Okay. So, okay. Let's say I'm going to create, I'm going to delete this when I'm done. Start from scratch. Rose, if you tomorrow, if I don't delete this, like just delete this inside of this snapshot. So like start from scratch. This is how I would build any course. I always start from scratch. Everything from the muscle. Me not copying shit. Here we go. Um, credit repair client educational portal, right? So now the product is created or whatever. Let me see. Let me just I can't like put something fake in there. Okay. So now the product is created, but there's still one more step if you want to actually sell this digital product. You have to come in here to go to where it says offers. That's why like everything is saying offer, 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 and like it's crazy. You got to do two steps for one thing, but whatever. Create the offer. So we're gonna call it again credit repair client educational portal. Product. Now we have to add that product that we just created, okay? So with the credit repair client educational portal. And if there was anything else you wanted to give them, like let's say you got an inquiry removal guide or well shit, you wouldn't really want to give that to your clients, but like a lender's list, a checklist for like funding, anything of value that you want to sauce up for them, you can also add it. So like I could add the live mentorship replays, bundle, whatever, whatever, right? To this offer. I always choose free. I don't put a price here. And if you don't have Stripe connected, it's not going to work anyway. Make sure it's not on test mode. And then you just hit create. Hello.
Hi.
And you make sure that it would be published because it's automatically on the draft, y'all. And then you're done. So now I have an actual offer. So when I'm in the payments, like I was trying to show y'all before, oh, products. So like I would just call it like this is my 6 months of consulting for credit repair service. I'm just creating this because I want to have something that's going to trigger to be able to trigger to deliver this shit to the customer when they pay. Like after they pay and I slide them over into signed up, the only way it's all going to work is if you do all this, right? So, oh, here we go. Membership offer. And now you would be able to actually click and add that thing to the offer, okay? This is mainly for digital products. It's not really for the credit repair service. If you were doing it as a service and you were just delivering it to them as a bonus, you wouldn't need to do this. You just need to create the product in the back and then add it to you have to create the product plus the offer and then add it to that signed up workflow. You don't have to do this part, like create it as a product. So they're not paying you like through here. All right. The marketing tab, I don't even mess with that.
Yeah, so the marketing tab is really where you're gonna find like your template emails. So for like delivery of login credentials,
Oh,
go to
yeah, you're
emails,
right. Thank God you're here now, right?
and then go to templates. And
Okay.
so there's going to be a couple different, I think there's 2 welcome emails that you guys get. The new one was one that I had created, but you get 2 welcome emails, at least one for sure. And you would want to go in and edit it. But the other place that you can edit it is going to be under memberships. But this is just another place where you can come and edit the welcome email template.
Okay.
But I'll explain more when we get to that tab.
Okay. Automations. Obviously, this is where you were able to create your workflows, right? Workflows was something that was super daunting to me because I never used them until I was using high level. Like I never had to use workflows. If you use ClickFunnels in the past, like I think ClickFunnels probably had a few triggers, but they never had workflows. Like
It's not like this.
it was, yeah.
You had to integrate another email software. Like they had an internal email type of thing, but it's very limited on what you could customize in there. And like
Mhm.
you couldn't really control when somebody gets an email. Like it's just very limited. So with this software, you can customize everything. So workflows are not just for like text messages and emails. It's literally any type of what are they called? Like cause and effect?
Yeah, cause and
Like
effect.
cause and effect, right? So like if you had somebody fill out a form on your landing page where they enter their name, their email, and their phone number, and then in return, once they fill out that form, you want them to receive a free ebook. Okay. That's something that you would create in workflows because there's always going to be something that happens. Like something has to happen, which is also called a trigger. So that's why at the very top of the workflows, when you're in there, it shows triggers at the top because something has to happen in order for the rest of the stuff under the workflow to happen.
Yep.
So there's so many different types of triggers that you can add. The most common are going to be like order form submitted, right? And
Or
if
form
somebody
submitted.
purchases something, and form submitted, which is not the same thing as an order form. A form submitted is going to be what I talked about earlier, where it's your name, email, phone number. There's other types of form, like there's other things that you can add to the form, but the most common, just not to confuse you, is just the name, email, and phone number piece of it.
Okay.
So then below that, like you think of it as like a web, right? Like you're basically like building out exactly what you want to happen after somebody fills out the form, after somebody makes a purchase. Okay. So there's a lot of different things that can happen after the fact. You can send out an email, a text message. You can have them get a tag added to them. And tags are really cool because it's not something that we used early on. And I wish that we did from the very beginning. Tags allow for you to, like, you can think of them as hashtags, but tags allow you to filter different contacts according to different tags. So for you guys, just to put it into perspective, you all purchased the Credit Influencer Academy. So you all have a tag that says purchased Credit Influencer Academy. So when we send out the text messages and emails bi-weekly that you receive letting you know classes tonight, we have a workflow for that. And we filter all of the contacts, that we have by filtering it with the tag of Purchase Credit Influencer Academy. So tags are really important, and it's great for you to use them in your business. So we use them for different products that people purchase. If you have clients, you can put that they're like a lead, like they're a credit repair lead, and then when they finally purchase, you can have them become a credit repair client. So that way you can kind of just have everything organized that way.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a quick one. So
just a basic.
the form, what I'm doing is basically saying like somebody who fills out one of my credit repair lead forms. Let's say they become a lead on my credit repair landing page. So you all should have a credit repair landing page.
And that's it.
And that's it. So that's the trigger. When somebody fills out the form, we're gonna just tag them. What are we gonna tag them as, Dom? Let's add a tag.
Lead. Or just do CR lead.
Credit repair lead. Okay. We're gonna tag them. And now anybody who comes through as a lead is tagged as a lead. So this was the person who wanted credit repair. Okay. And that's a simple explanation of
And
workflow.
real quick before you click out, you see in the top right where it says like save and draft and publish, make sure that you guys are clicking publish before you save, okay, because that makes it live. Also, at the very top where Mikhail's highlighting right now, you want to make sure that you title your workflows and keep everything organized. It's a lot easier to be organized from the very beginning than to try to get organized later. And we are saying that from experience because we were not very organized in the beginning. So with your workflows, you can organize, you can even add folders if you just go back to workflows. The top right, where it has create workflows, you can also create a folder. So you could have like just workflows for credit repair leads, and then all of your workflows that you've created that are associated with credit repair leads can all be within that folder. And that just helps to keep you organized. And especially when you build out your business and you add digital products, you know, like you might want a different folder for every digital product that you have.
Facts.
If you have mentorship, product delivery, you know, like we have a folder just for product delivery so that if there's an error with product delivery, we don't have to sift through thousands of workflows. We just go to digital product delivery and we go and, you know, figure out exactly what happened. And it's a lot easier.
Makes it a lot better or easier to solve your problems.
Mhm.
There's always a problem, like not always a problem, but there's always a solution to the problem. Like if there's a problem, there's a solution.
Mhm. And I'm going to say that like creating this stuff, you're not going to be perfect from the very beginning. You're going to make mistakes. Even experts make mistakes. Like we've done things, you know, like we launched a product, something brand new, and it was in test mode. Okay. Like May, I think, sent out like login credentials to one of her brand new products, like for free to everybody. Like we've all, we've all done like big mistakes, but it's just the cost of doing business, and there are ways to fix everything, you know. And if you ever come across anything like that, like don't hesitate to reach out to us and we can always help you to like troubleshoot what happened.
All right. Yeah, so Kamisha asked, do you ask a customer how was it?
Mhm.
So that's why we create communities. Because when I was first starting, like one of my first students was Keemon Jefferson. And like I was holding his arm like this, you feel
Tight.
me? Tight. Because I wanted to earn his testimonial. That's one thing that you guys want to all do, is you want to earn people's testimonials. Like I look at people in the eye like, yo, we about to earn this testimonial. Are you ready? Right, I'm going to help you because once we get that testimonial, it's going all over the gram, right? But I mean, they usually are happy too. Like they got the result they were seeking, right?
Yeah, so you don't necessarily have to create a workflow asking them what they think
Oh
of the
yeah,
product.
no workflow for it.
But if you wanted to, like you could reach out and say, hey, I noticed that, you know, like you could have something set up so that like 30 days after purchase or something, that it sends them an email of some kind, you know, just saying, hey, you purchased 30 days ago, wanted to see how everything's going. Are you stuck anywhere? Like if you wanted to do that, that's certainly something that you can set up. You can completely customize workflows, play around with them. And then
So like, look, I mean, you can keep talking. I'm just going to show what she just
play
said.
around with them and test them yourself and see what works and see what doesn't work. I just highly suggest that anything you create, always test it. Don't ever launch anything without testing it. Again, speaking from experience. So just learn from our mistake.
Yeah, so like what I'm doing is I'm just putting a 30 days wait. I'm just putting a 30-day wait in between. So the action that I chose was a wait. So I'm waiting 30 days and then we're going to send them an email.
Anytime you put in a wait, it's a delay in time. Okay, so it can be specific time, like how Mikhail did a 30-minute, or I'm sorry, a 30-day wait. You can do like a 30-minute wait. You can do 3-hour waits. You can do weeks, you know, like you can really extend out the waits. And that just helps when you're building your email list and stuff. Make sure that if you delete these things, please.
I'm not going to save it. I just be doing this shit. So, hey, it's Mikhail from the Credit Bull, just checking in on you. Bang. We wanted to see how you were feeling. I wouldn't do this. But I'm just saying, I just want to show you how to be able to do it. So you would put it in here, write out the email or whatever you want to say, and then they'll be able to respond. You just put the wait in at the end of the workflow that is a purchase workflow. The same workflow that would deliver to them anything that they were going to get when they buy. All right.
I'm printing.
Oh, you're good.
It's going to be like 12 pages.
So sites.
So to explain, like to really like break sites down. So sites is where anything related that goes on your funnel or on a website that you create, because funnels and websites are two different things. So whatever you create, like you're going to be able to find it within the sites tab. So funnels is what it's always going to default to. And again, you can organize them by creating folders, which you see here, like on the left-hand side, you can see how it has like the little folders. So that's how you know those are all folders. So you can organize funnels that way. There's also a websites tab at the top. And for those of you that have gone through and set up your website, you might have set up your consulting website, which is like he's sleeping, which is like your like a funding website, right? So this is what you would use before you go and apply for Stripe for merchant services or any other merchant service of any kind. And it's also what you would use for bank applications, because the credit repair industry is high risk and banks don't like to do business with high risk industries. Some of them will do business with them. However, you're just not going to get the amounts that you would if your business wasn't a high risk industry. So we have this template here for you. There's a training on how to set it all up in the Credit Influencer Academy system setup section. So that's there for you. The template's great. I've never had any problems with anybody getting approved for anything by using this. So you're welcome to use it. And it's very simple. All you have to customize is really just adding a logo. Make sure your logo doesn't have anything credit in this as well. So just go and make something super simple on Canva. Or if you purchase done for you, this is something that comes with that. We set this up for you. So it's all good. Go back. The other thing is there's a blogs tab. You don't got to worry about that. Don't worry about WordPress. Don't worry about that. Forms. So when we talked about forms earlier, when we were talking about workflows, this is where you can edit existing forms or you can create new forms. You can also see submissions that were with forms. Now, with forms, like you don't really need to look at who's submitting a form. Like I don't think we've ever done that, but the option is there. But with forms, this is like where you would build a form out. So just go to Builder. And there's some in here already. And so the same thing goes for like workflows, funnels, anything. I highly suggest before you edit anything, duplicate it. It's really easy to do it. There's typically 3 dots on the right-hand side, and you can just drop it down and click duplicate. Because then if you screw something up, you have it duplicated. Like it's not a big deal. I told you I'm printing like 500 pages.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's not even printing
So,
right.
one thing that everybody can do right now, if you have your system open, is if you come in here to credit repair leads, I would remove how it says first name and last name and just go with full name. That's something that I've updated in my business. So
It defaults to first name.
let me see. So the way you would do it is just come over here at the plus and just drag the full name into here. And then also make it required.
Yes.
And then save it.
And then click on the button. So the button is going to default to like that blue, but if you go to the right-hand side, you see that blue circle, you can make it any color code that you wish to make it match your brand.
Okay.
And if you want to edit what the button says, just at the top where it says text and it says get your free credit consultation, you can edit that.
Get started, whatever, today, right? I'm not gonna save this, but
You don't.
and just so you guys like,
Why are you gonna Oh.
I'll just go to youcanfixyourcredit.com then. So you understand what a form is.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Just I need to make sure that everybody knows what a form is, so I can't assume.
So some places that you would want to put a form would be like if you're doing a wait list, like if you're
Okay.
waiting to launch something new and you want to be able to have people join a wait list so that you can email them, right? Like create a workflow for when your product or service goes live. You can also use a form when you're just collecting a lead like we do on our free class that we offer. We always collect the lead. And the reason being is because if that person doesn't purchase, you already know they're getting our emails and our text messages. And we can't do that if we don't collect their information.
Correct. Let Okay, let me get out of there. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone understand what a form is. Okay? I'm not gonna save this. Cancel. Yo, how do I get out? Oh my god. Cancel.
Just hit back. Top left.
Um, okay. So yeah, that's on forms.
The other thing is surveys. So you can build out surveys. So for those of you that have already started or have already built out your credit repair business funnel, you're familiar with surveys. Surveys is what you can use it to collect information from people outside of their name, email, and phone number. So for a credit analysis, like there's some questions you might want to ask before getting on the phone with them to actually complete the analysis.
Mhm.
And there's login credentials that you may want to collect beforehand as well so that you can pull their credit report prior to getting on the phone with them. There's lots of different things that we use surveys for as well. And you will use this submissions button for sure, because before you go and get on the consultation call, like you want to be able to go and search for that person's name so you can see what the answers were for their survey.
Oh.
So this is where you would go to find the answers to those questions.
And the submissions tab.
And if you want to edit your survey, like if maybe you don't use Identity IQ, maybe you use My Free Score Now, right?
Mhm.
You can just go in and all you have to do is change where it says Identity IQ username. You just change it on the right hand side to say My Free Score Now.
Yeah, whatever you
Whatever
use.
it is.
Experian username, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then they can fill it in there. And then obviously you gotta change that one too.
And just always click save. I'm gonna click back.
Yeah.
And that's really it for the
Yeah.
sites tab.
Yep. One other thing I want to say is when if you're adding a domain, which it's in the training already, but this is like you have to add your domain to each funnel. So you would come in here, you would click on settings,
Mhm.
and this is where you add the domain that you've linked to the website or
So
funnel.
under settings, like can we go over settings?
Yeah, I'm going down each tab.
Okay, so when we get down to settings, that's where you'll see all the different things that you can connect, like integrations and things like that. But once you connect your domain names, you'll need to come into the settings tab in funnels to be able to select which domain you want it connected to. The same thing goes for websites as well. It's the same thing. There's a settings tab in websites. I just want to go to it right away.
Yeah, just go to it.
So yeah, domains. So adding domains is really easy, especially if you purchase your domain through GoDaddy. You literally just have to have another tab open, already be logged into GoDaddy, and then you just come here, enter your domain name, and it's going to recognize you're already logged in. And it's literally just clicking buttons, and it does all the back end work for you. It's really easy. If you purchase a domain name from like Namecheap or another domain provider, then you have to manually enter in the what's called DNS settings. It's literally just copying and pasting information. And if you're not sure how to do it, it's like a simple Google search. Like you can just Google, how do I change the DNS settings for my Namecheap domain name? Like literally, and there's YouTube videos out there that'll walk you through it.
I showed them on the high level group and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
I
to be
was
able to-
here for the beginning of that.
Okay.
While we're in here, let's go to business. Just start at the top.
Okay.
So business profile, this is important to fill out, especially if you're going to be texting, purchasing a phone number so that you can begin texting. It really helps us to have this information filled out, especially, because we ultimately connect your phone number for you. So just come in here and make sure all this information is filled out correctly. I highly suggest not necessarily using your credit company. Use whatever your LLC is, okay? Go over to company billing. Company billing is where, so like when you pay, you're not going to be able to see everything, it's fine. When you pay the $97 per month for your funnel, okay? Let's say you just got a new debit card or your other debit card's maxed out, you need to add another one. Like totally get it. Like you can come in here on this screen and you can update your card that's on file really easily. If you have any problems, like if it gives you an issue, just let me know because I can just simply send you an invoice, and what it does is it automatically will add that card you used to pay the invoice into your back office, and you can set it as your default. But it is important that you have a card on file, not just for your funnel, but for text messages as well, because Mikhail and I pay for the text messages up front, and then you're ultimately paying us back for texts. So that's how you know how that works. Okay. Staff, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be a staff member in your business, and then anybody else you hire in the future, or if you work, you hire your sister, you're going to want to add them as a staff member so they have their own login credentials. So if they need to come in and, grab the answers to a survey or change somebody's phone number in the system, you want them to be able to have their own access outside of yours.
Okay.
You
You don't need to see pipelines in here. Oh, we don't need to go
don't
through
really
all
have
these.
to. Calendars has its own thing. Let me see if there's anything else. Custom values, go to that one. That's another. I think
Okay.
that's going to be that one, and then integrations. So custom values, just to kind of put it plainly, it just makes it a lot easier for you when you're editing your emails and text messages. So we already have some in here already, like you'll see, and I talk about this in the training. So where it says company name, over on the very right-hand side where it says your company name, you'll just type in all of your information under the value tab. Can you just put your mouse at value right here? No.
Oh, yeah.
So in that column right below, that's where you're going to enter all of your info. Okay. If it's your calendar page, you want to grab the domain name. So it's going to be like youcanfixyourcredit.com/calendar. Okay. Whatever that website is, you want to make sure you add that in there. Make sure you're doing that after you connect your domain names. Otherwise, it's not going to go where it needs to go. Okay. And these keys that you see in the middle, so the keys are what are put in the email. So that's why you don't have to go in and really customize your emails much or your text messages, because I use these custom keys. So as long as you enter your information on the right-hand side, all of the emails and text messages will be customized to your business. But I do suggest, as you're learning, go in and customize the emails and text messages and add in your own testimonials, play around with it. You're really not going to hurt anything.
Yep.
The last tab on this page before we go to memberships is integrations. This is where you would integrate things like Google. You would just follow the steps to log in with Google if you wanted to sync your Google Calendar. It's a pretty simple setup. And then your Facebook account and Instagram account, it just has you just go through the steps again. The easiest way to integrate anything is just make sure you have another tab with whatever you're integrating already logged in. Just makes it a lot smoother. But it allows you to connect your Facebook and your Instagram.
Mhm.
So what's cool about that is then if somebody messages you on Instagram, you get the notification on Instagram, but then you also get a notification from the system as well. So it'll show you what the message is. And the cool thing is you can actually look at what the person said to you in high level on for Instagram, and it won't show it as red on Instagram. So it's pretty great because we have a lot of people that reach out to us about they're fake marketer people, or I can buy you more likes, those kinds of things. And it's sometimes they try to be super shady on how they start off the conversation so that you think they're trying to do something good for you, but really they're just trying to sell you something. So, having that connection, you can read it without reading it so that they stop bothering you. This is also how you would connect Stripe as well. I would suggest making sure you have Stripe again logged in before you do that. What else?
Wait.
Mhm.
Make sure that what she said, when you're integrating something, you want it how we're logged into Facebook here. So it's going to make it very easy for us to integrate our Facebook. So when you want to integrate your Stripe, go open up a tab, log into
Stripe, and then come back here and just click continue, and it's going to recognize that you're already logged in.
Correct. We've never used TikTok or Shopify or any of these other.
No, and that just because we haven't done something doesn't mean you can't. So if you want to click on it and go through it and figure it out, go for it. Just don't ask us to really help you because we haven't done it ourselves. So we can't.
So it says if you're running TikTok ads, you can get them to, you can generate the lead from the ad right into your high level.
So it'll take the lead information from TikTok and put it in here. But TikTok's going away, so
I'm fucking with it. All right, so let me go back out. And this class is just gonna run a little longer, y'all.
see what people are saying. Because I see some.
All right, yeah. Take a break. My link to consult me page has a 404 page.
To log in, it's
This is-
app.consultmeplease.com.
I think Jim's handling that.
Okay.
Do you guys have
Stop
any?
scrolling so much?
Well, it's just that
I don't know,
conversation.
but go down because like Sydney said something at the bottom.
I had to use it when start with trim for me. It worked just fine. I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right. I'll continue. You guys getting value from this? Like just understanding how to use your system and stuff?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good. Yes. All right. Cool. I'll keep going. Memberships tab. I kind of went over this one. I jumped over. Basically, what you need to know is that when you create a product, if you want to be selling it, you got to make it into an offer. So every product that I have, like I have a bunch of different offers. So like you can even do like your late night offer. So for instance, like what I did for my late night offer when I was running it heavy was we have our personal credit bundle, which was $97. Then we had our business credit bundle, which was 47. So what we did was we slashed the price to 123 and we added our LLC business setup class in there. The business setup class is fire. It's not just like one video or anything. It's like a lot of information. So it's like you get an extra course for free and we slashing the price. So you can go ahead and make like yourself a late night offer in here. And that could be the one you instead of it being just your credit repair or your credit repair and business credit bundle, or you can say, hey, look, you get my credit repair course tonight, you get the business credit one for free. And you just make that a late night offer. Okay. That's just a little tip. Reputation, never mess with this. Reporting, never mess. Yeah, never mess with any of these. I don't mess with any of those. So that's a quick rundown of how to use like your system. Let me go back over to the things I wanted to cover. It's so damn crazy. Like all of this shit that I wanted to cover in here, we basically just covered, right? So understand that that is the foundation of your business. Domains, you want to have two separate domains, okay? And I want to make sure we reiterate this is when you are setting up your business, you want to have two domains. So like the creditbull.com is like the domain that I post on social media, or you can fix your credit.com. But like we have MDBW LLC or whatever, which is the name of our LLC, and we have a separate domain name for that. So let me see. MDBWLLC.com. Okay. Great. Can you tell me our domain name?
Which one?
Domain, please. Like just like our cover one, not this one.
Oh, mdbwllc.com.
Oh, there we go. Cool. So when you're signing up for Stripe, y'all, again, the reason you have the second domain is for all signing up for shit purposes. Stripe, banks, all of that other stuff. Even your if you're gonna go get a merchant service for your credit repair service, you're gonna want to give them that too. Like you don't really want to give them your credit repair website. So that's why we say have two domains. And to make it not hard on yourself, here's how I would do it. You can go to GoDaddy and purchase a domain. Okay. I always say like you can like if I'm looking for a domain, I can find a coupon code and I'm gonna get that domain for $1. But it's gonna end up being like how much is it when it's all said and done? Like
12.
12. Okay, $12. Okay. That domain that you purchased from GoDaddy is gonna be the domain like the credit bull. Okay, the one that you're going to be putting all on social media. That's going to be the expensive domain. Okay. Next, you want to go to a company called Namecheap. Okay, and this is where you buy the domain like mdbwllc.com because it ain't going nowhere. Like, we not promoting it to nobody. It's just to the banks and stuff like that. So instead of paying that $12 again for another domain, we recommend you come in the Namecheap and you can get domains like dirt cheap for like $5, right? Or even less than. How much is the domain from Namecheap?
Cheap.
Cheap. It's like it's cheaper than the $12, right? It's like
Don't feel like you need to get a .com. You can do
Yes.
.org, dot
yes.
anything.
mdbwllc.info. It doesn't even matter. Let's see how much it costs. 7 something a year.
.org.
.org.
Scroll down. The cheaper ones are usually there's one that's .live, $3.98 a year. $2.98 a year. .pro.
Yeah.
All right, so they're
super cheap.
The more weird the end piece is, the cheaper it is.
Right. We don't care what
But
the
it
bank
doesn't. It
got.
literally doesn't matter.
Right. So again, now once you got your domain that you got from GoDaddy, which is like thecreditbull.com, you are not giving that to Stripe. Like, that doesn't work, okay? All right. I just want to make sure that that's clear. Let's see here. Did I really just click out of my presentation to type in something in the dashboard?
Probably. Did you go back to memberships though?
What?
The memberships tab
For what?
in high level. Did you talk about it? Because we skipped over it.
Yes.
Oh, all right, good.
I had talked about it previously before you came down.
Okay.
All right. LLC name. We recommend that you get an LLC just like with your initials or something. Like, what's your recommendations?
Like vague.
Ooh.
Great. Yeah, but something super vague.
Vague. When it comes to integrating your emails into the system, do we still handle integrating the email? Did you make a new video for it?
I think we do.
They have to email us.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the Jem, if you're still here, you can let them know what to like the header of the email is supposed to be
Yeah,
and where to email.
the instructions are laid out in the Credit Influencer Academy system setup. There's exactly what to put as the subject line, and there's 2 emails you should email. It's myself and then copying Jem as well. And make sure that you copy both of us, because like Jem's my copy like in life. So like you have to copy Jem.
All right. All right. So make sure if you want to integrate your email and you don't want to have to worry about it, just follow the instructions and send it to us and we'll set it up for you. We went over understanding workflows. We went over creating smart lists and adding triggers. Oh yeah, I talked about adding triggers at the end of the workflow and how like I would use a smart list to be able to find the people. So like you can also do in your smart list, like a person is tagged as watch free credit repair masterclass. And then again, offer is empty because they didn't buy, or offer is not my credit repair service or my credit repair course. Gotta just however you set it up. Just trying to give you guys examples. Automations for social media. So I showed this before, but just go through the training and you'll see the video on how to do Instagram DM automations because you don't have to pay anything extra. And also go high level also just added us to be able to do like comment replies. So if somebody comments on your post, it actually just like ManyChat. They just set it up. It came out yesterday, I think, where you can reply to your comments right through the system without having it. For me and Don, we pay an extra $90 a piece for ManyChat. So now we can do away with ManyChat. So not only will the system respond to DMs for you if you set that up, it'll also respond to comments. So if somebody comment, credit or whatever, and you want to send them the link to book a call with you, you can set that up. The only way you can set those things up is if you do what we showed you before, which is integrating your social media accounts. And everybody should integrate their social media accounts. Like, it's amazing. Okay.
So we shouldn't need ManyChat then, correct?
Correct. One second. Let me see. This good or bad? You don't know. Hold on, y'all. He just gave me something to read. Wow, they're looking for money. Ain't that something?
The scan?
Hmm?
The scan?
Yes, yes, yes.
The
All
scan?
right. No, this is good. It's just asking if you still want to go to the same school next year. You want to?
Yeah.
All right, good. Then tell mommy. All right. Yeah, I haven't personally set it up because like I don't want to break any links in my business right now. So I haven't personally set up my comment replies inside of high level. I only have my DM replies inside of there. But once I do and I know that it's working and there's no hiccups, yes, I will be canceling mini chat. So it's all up to you and what you're willing to do in your business at this time. Okay.